Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome back to the Battle for Wesnoth. In this series, we're playing the campaign A Tale of Two Brothers. Last time, we finished scenario number 2. Scenario number 2 involved us having to fight our way through the forest here. You can see that we actually started at the very southern portion of this map down here, and we had to fight our way up through the forests here, battling elves on our way through the forest. The elves were actually trying to stop us from pursuing those who have kidnapped our brother Baran. And we actually, once we made it through the elves, we were able to locate Muff Toraz, who is a dark adept serving an unknown dark master at this point, presumably the same dark master who Mordak was also serving. Mordak was the evil mage who had attacked our hometown and was the reason that Baran had called us. Again, remember, in this campaign, we're playing as the Knight Arvith. So we've located this Muff Toraz. We subdued him. As you can see, he has 1 health left. We've taken him prisoner, and he's told us that our brother is being held in a castle, I remember, or a fort of some kind, if I remember correctly. That's a few days' ride from here. So we're going to see if in this scenario number 3, which we're about to begin, if we can track down our brother and figure out what's going on here and why he's been kidnapped. Now, before I proceed with scenario number 3, I did just want to give a quick shout out to myself, who left a really good comment on the previous episode. Myself pointed out that in this scenario, in scenario 2, I actually underutilized my horseman and my leader as well, so Arvith himself, and that's part of what got me into trouble at the beginning, and I completely agree with myself here. I think that's a really accurate assessment of kind of how things went. I really struggled at the beginning of scenario 2 because there were quite a number of elves coming down that I was having to deal with, and I ended up getting sort of bogged down in the forest. And so myself kind of pointed out that I could have utilized my horsemen better to kind of draw in, attack them, and then use my other units to sort of swarm around and protect my horses. And then as my units took damage, retreat back or send them off to the villages and try to kind of entice the elves into attacking on the open ground. I didn't really do a very good job of that, and it led to me losing some units that I wish I wouldn't have. Myself also pointed out that when you're planning your turn, it's best to try to kind of figure out which one of your moves, which one of your units is going to have sort of a big variable attack, because RNG sort of plays a large role in the Battle for Wesnoth. So when you're planning your turn, it's best to kind of try and figure out which move is kind of your biggest gamble or your most variable, and then plan the rest of your turn based on how that move kind of pans out. So for example, if you have let's say you have a cavalry unit that only has maybe a 40% chance to hit, but if it hits, it's going to 1-shot or 2-shot an enemy unit. So you try that, and then based on how that turns out, you can plan the rest of your attacks that might have a 50, 60, or 70% chance of landing. So I really like that idea. I think myself that is making a great point there. One other just reminder from myself is that in this particular game, in Battle for Wesnoth, healing is quite difficult. There's a few units that can also provide healing, but in this campaign, since we're playing as humans, we don't really have access to units that can provide healing. So really our only option is going to villages for any substantial amount of healing, unless we were just to leave a unit by themselves and let them sit there for a few turns. But you only, I think, get 2 health per turn if you're not on a village. So really villages are our main thing. And so what myself pointed out is that you generally want sort of 1 or 2 of your units to soak up a lot of damage, kind of be your tanks. And then once they've taken some damage, then you can retreat them back to the villages. Whereas if you've had lots of your units taking damage, they're all going to be kind of in rough shape, and you can't really retreat them all back to villages to sort of wait it out, because you need to keep progressing so that you don't run out of turns. So again, just a good reminder there. And it also is nice if you do that with your horsemen, because they can retreat to a village, heal up, and have enough mobility to actually get back in the fight relatively quickly. So excellent points from myself. Big thank you to myself for the, the extremely helpful comment there. So again, just a reminder, I'm not an expert at this game, and it's been quite a while since I've played it. So I'm very appreciative of any comments and suggestions. Okay. Let's jump in here. We're ready for scenario number 3. So again, we're going to see what's going on with Baran and maybe find out what the potential rift is between Arvith. I guess Arvith was down here, but between Arvith and his brother, because there's some tension there. Excerpt from the journal of Rotheric the Clanless. The last of Mordak's servants arrived this morning, bearing the news of his death. as well as a bundle so well bound it was barely recognizable as a man. Mordak was always reckless. This whole desperate scheme was his, and I suppose I could blame him for everything that we have suffered through if it still mattered. It was he who brought the wrath of the orcs down on us too. But all the same, he managed to accomplish what he set out to do. I still cannot believe the finality of what has happened. Until now, we have always managed to make it through somehow. We had hoped to deliver the mage to Tirak in return for our lives. I do not know what the warlord wants with this man, but he matches the description. I suppose that Mordak's plan would have worked perfectly if not for the appearance of the horse warriors. Now they are coming here, led by a man rumored to be this mage's brother. If that is true, he will stop at nothing, no more than would I if they held Mordak. I have done what I can to fortify this dilapidated castle. The orcs who came with us stand guard at the gates, and I am gathering all of my servants to me in the inner sanctum, but ill fate awaits. Whether I defeat this horse warrior or no, the orcs will still come for me. They have been scouring the borderlands and raiding the northern farm country in search of us. Yet for some reason I fear these brothers more. If Mordak were here, it would be different, but we are broken, and these two men are whole. In each other, in the ties that bind them, they have strength. Arvith and his men halt outside of the castle, gazing for a moment at the hulking mass of stone looming in the fog. There is movement in the mist. Halt! Friend or foe, give the password. Oh, now this... I remember at the end of Scenario 2, the individual that we captured told us the passwords. And I believe there was... I think it was Hammock and Drakenel, if I remember correctly. So, we'll go Hammock, because that's our option that makes sense here. And let's see. Pass, friend. The adept didn't lead us astray after all. I'll keep my word, distasteful as it may be. Cut him loose and let's be rid of him. So the adept that we captured, he did not lie to us, at least so far, and we've kept our word and we've set him free. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us in the butt. I guess we'll find out. So here we are, Scenario 3, Guarded Castle. Our victory condition is to rescue our brother Baran. Our defeat conditions are either the death of Arvith, or if our turns run out, and we have 24 turns. And then, as always, there's going to be a gold carryover. If we finish early, we get to carry over additional gold to our next scenario. Now, you can see here that we're carrying over a decent amount of gold from our previous scenario as well. So, 217 gold, that should give us plenty to bring back some units that are going to have to help us out here. So, it looks like we've got kind of a large castle here. So, I'm assuming we're just going to have to head straight for the castle. But we're obviously going to want to capture some villages to improve our income, as I suspect we're going to be needing it. So, first things first here, let's recall our units. So, you can see that we had 3 units that actually got promoted to, or evolved, I guess you could say, to the next step. So, we had a pikeman here, an outlaw, and a knight. And unfortunately, I had one other horseman who was very close to evolving, and I really regret what happened in that he died. So, we only have the one knight to work with. Oh, it would have been so nice to have 2, but we'll have to make do with what we have. Fortunately, we do have a footpad here who is actually very close to leveling up. So we're going to see if we can maybe get Farron there to level up as well. So we'll summon our knight here. Again, remember, recalling a unit costs 20 gold. So actually not a bad idea if your units are horsemen, because the horsemen are actually more expensive to recruit. So we can recruit our pikemen and our outlaw. Let's just take a look. Yeah, maybe we could send our outlaw. We have our footpad as well. We want to recall. And then we have a number of other units here. I don't think most of these were really all that. They hadn't gained all that much experience. And we only have one who's loyal. So it might be worth bringing back our loyal unit just because he's not going to cost us any upkeep. But other than that, we might want to just kind of recruit units fresh, as they'll be cheaper. Plus, I do want some additional horsemen, so we're going to recruit ourselves a horseman here. Yeah, we're going to make use of this gold, that's for sure. We have to be careful, though, because our gold income is limited here, so let's see. Of course, we need to get some villages first, so let's see what else we can do. We might recall ourselves a bowman. Again, the only thing is he's not loyal, so it's not really going to make a huge difference for us. Let's do the spearman. And again, I'm doing that because he's loyal. And then let's recruit some additional units. So we'll recruit bowman. Maybe 2 of them, actually. And you know what? We will recruit another horseman. Maybe, you know what? Maybe 2 more horsemen. I suspect we're going to need some heavy cavalry for this one. So, and that's going to do it for now. So what we'll do with Arvith, I think we'll actually send Arvith up just to capture the village. And that's going to help bring in a little bit more income for us. And then next turn, he can head back to the castle. So we will end our turn there. Okay, it is now nighttime, so we do have to be careful of that. And you know what? Arvith, actually, we could just use him because we're not going to be spending our gold right now. So let's use Arvith kind of as a bit of a scout, because we're going to want to leave him here in the castle in case we need additional units, but he can serve a function as a bit of a scout for us. So we'll send our units out. Put our bowmen in the woods here. Get our horsemen going. We do want to send a unit north to grab that village up there. There we go. And we'll just get our horsemen out and moving around here. There we go. That's looking pretty good. So obviously we want to send at least a couple of units over here to grab these villages. Meanwhile, we're going to have to go and push into the castle. I suspect when we get here, we're going to probably initiate some kind of trap or something, but we'll have to see. So, let's see now. Okay. See what happens here. Ooh, something's going on. Are you our relief arriving? Does this mean we get to leave here now? Yes. Fine, you can go. You're supposed to give the password. Okay, now I remember Drakenal was the other word, so now let's see. Thanks. Irritating little formality, isn't it? I think I should better support my men at the front to make sure we can free my brother. So, that is fantastic, as that got us through a number of units that we otherwise would have probably had to engage. So, let's... You know what? Let's send our outlaw up there just to grab that. There's nothing else really over there, so we'll start moving our units kind of this way. And I want to be a little bit cautious here. Use our bowman to grab that. So now Arvith, they were saying we could send Arvith in, so we'll actually do that. We'll bring Arvith in with... And again, if we need to, we can retreat back, but we'll bring Arvith up. Oh, here we go. Haha. We not kill people for long time. Weapon wants blood. We now kill humans. My sword arm shall have a say in who will do the dying. Come on, men. Let's kill some orcs. Okay, 3 enemy units sighted, so let's see what we're up against. We're going to be fighting some orcs who are chaotic units, meaning that they will have a benefit at night, so we're going to want to watch out for that. I'm guessing these orcs are going to be, yeah, absolutely devastating in melee combat, so we're going to have to watch out for that. They don't have any resistances to anything in particular, so we won't have to worry about that so much. They have a benefit in castles and mountains, but otherwise they're a fairly standard unit, so you don't have to worry too much. But they're going to be powerhouses in melee, so maybe we want to try and make use of our bowmen and their ranged attacks. Okay, so let's send our horsemen over to grab that village. Ooh, additional... Wow, okay, there's quite a few orcs in there. Yikes. We got our work cut out for us. These are level 1 units. And this one's a level 2 here. We got an orcish warrior. And these are... Oh, actually, okay, there's a mix. So We've got 1, 2, 3 Orcish warriors who are the level 2s and 2 level 1s. So let's just double check that the warrior... Yeah, so the warrior's resistances are all 0%. So that bodes well for us, I think. Now, these are hills, so we can go in the hills okay. Get our knight up in there. Again, we may want to send Arvith back just to be able to recruit additional units, but I think for now we're going to be okay. So that does it for our movement. And again, we're not bringing in a ton of extra gold per turn, so there we are, taking some attacks from the orc there. Oof, and our knight took a bit of punishment. Thankfully, we've drawn them out of the castle, so at least they're not... Ooh, nice. Some good counterattacks there from our knight. And our horsemen getting involved. Ouch, our horsemen taking some punishment. Yikes. Okay, our knight is surrounded. That's not good, so we're going to need to get in there. Oof, actually, I'm really glad I brought Arvith up, because I think we're going to need all hands on deck here, so... Okay, obviously our horseman needs to get out of there. And our knight probably should as well, but he's surrounded, so we're going to need to try and kill off this unit so at least we can try and fall back a little bit. So, unfortunately, Arvith is not close enough to get in there, but we can get our footpad in there. Our bowman's too far. This bowman can get in there. I'm excited to get my bowman involved because our bowmen are going to be able to do ranged attacks, which they have no counter for because they are melee-focused units. So let's do our bow here. Okay, a little bit of damage. Probably wouldn't be such a bad idea. Ooh, 20. So if we manage to get a hit, we're going to basically get a huge damage there, except that the counterattacks are devastating to us. So we're going to have to see if we can whittle down the health a little bit more before we try anything fancy. Now this horseman, we could retreat back to the village and then push up with this one. I'm scared that if I send in... We'll get this guy moving over. He needs to get into the fight. I'm scared that if I send this unit in, we're going to be in trouble because, again, I don't want him to be killed. What kind of damage will our pikemen do there? Pretty decent, but we're more likely to take some retaliatory damage, which I would not be happy about. Yeah, and that's still that situation. A little better attacking the grunt. Boy, this is kind of a tough call. Again, I wish I could get this other bowman in there. Arvith, we could send back to the castle to start bringing in extra units, which honestly might be a good call. We have enough gold now that we can start doing that if we need. Let's bring in our reinforcements a little bit there. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to use our cavalry here to it. Oh, I don't want to do that though. Yikes. Hang on. Well, what if we step up here? Got a pretty good dodge chance. Hopefully we'd be okay. Oh, but look at that damage if we end up in melee combat. That's just devastating. Really not ideal for us. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do this. We're going to attack. Nice, we did some work. Oh, fantastic. And we got the kill. That's amazing. Okay. Now our knight can get out of there if we really want. Which I think we do. I don't like my knight being in there the way he currently is. So I think what we'll do is we'll have this horseman step up, put some damage in, hopefully. Nice. Okay, that was fantastic. And then what we're going to do is we're going to... trying to think how would be best to proceed here. Could charge in here and go for the kill. One hit and we're going to get the kill. That would be pretty nice. Let's do that. Let's go for the kill. Ooh, miss. Okay, nice. We got the kill, but we did take some damage, which is a shame. I want my knight to heal on the village. And then this guy can maybe head back to this village. Now, unfortunately, my pikeman is in not a great spot. Arvith, again, it might be worth going back to try and recruit some additional units. Alternatively, again, we could just charge in and do some fighting. I think we'll cautiously move Arvith up. Same story here with our footpad. We'll kind of just advance. Now let's see what happens here. I think that's everybody. Yeah. Oof, we're going to take some hits here. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, there goes our pikeman. That's a shame. Never good to lose a tier 2 unit like that. It's so difficult to get them to that stage. You don't want to lose them. So that's really unfortunate. All right, let's see. Bow attack here. Oof, dodged most of it. That wasn't good. Let's try again. Okay, now, here we go. Let's see if maybe we can get the level up. Nice. Okay, there we go. Now we have another outlaw. So, unfortunately, we lost a level 2 unit, but we gained another one here with our outlaw. So, not the unit I would have ideally wanted to trade for that, but it worked out. So, here we can go for a one-shot kill. If we get one hit, we're going to get the kill. Let's do it. Oh, we missed. Come on. Oh, we missed again. Oh, and we took damage. Big damage there. That's not good. Okay, we'll step our... I probably should have tried to kill off the level 2 unit, because he's obviously the bigger threat. Yeah, that maybe wasn't the brightest move. Alright, we'll step in and do some sling damage here. Ooh, another enemy was sighted. Okay, that's a Dark Adept in there. Step up. Use our sling attack. There we go. That was actually excellent. We did a lot of damage there. And then, you know what? We'll step up and do our spear attack here. Let's see what we do. Nice, one hit. Nice, and we got the kill. One less braggart orc in the world. Captain, what are orcs doing this far south? Good question. Perhaps my brother will have found out. So I guess it's strange to find orcs in this area. We're pretty far south, apparently. It would also be nice to eventually get these villages so we can gain the additional income from them. You know what? That might be a good job for this horseman. We'll send him over there. And let's see if we can kill off this guy now. So we've still got attack from our knight and 2 horsemen. So let's see. What kind of damage could our knight do if we land a hit? Ooh, we could get a one-shot. Let's try for it. Very nice. Okay, that's fantastic. So now we will hang out at the village for some health with that horseman. And then perhaps we can advance sort of into the castle here. Oh, another enemy sighted. We've got we've got undead. So there's a walking corpse. And we do have a Dark Adept. So let's move in and see what we can... You know what? We'll sit like this. Ooh, another one here. Oh, lots of... Okay, we got plenty of undead. So... There, okay, I think we're in good shape. So now let's see. I think that's... Yeah, that's good for our turn. We'll end it right there. It's a shame I lost that pikeman, but... We did gain an outlaw, so... And let's see. We might be able to get this spearman leveled up here if we play our cards right. So... What I'd like to do is... Let's see, who could use some experience? This bowman probably could. We'll step up and do... I want somebody who can maybe do a little bit more damage. Morning Star, that's not really going to do all that much either. So I want to kill this adept, but I would like to get the kill here with Danon. Again, low odds of getting the hit, and that's because he's in a castle tile where his defense is higher. You know what? We can step in behind like this, actually. That's not so bad. And then let's do a Morning Star. Excellent, okay. Now, let's do a damage calculation real quick. The odds of getting the kill are actually very low. So, we want to do some additional damage. We'll step in with our bowman here. Do a little bit of short sword action. Okay, a little bit of damage there. Oof. You know, again, we really want to get the kill here, because if we don't, we're going to take some big damage from this adept. So let's try for it. Perfect. Okay, we got it. And some good experience gain there for our spearmen. And this is one of our loyal spearmen, which is really nice, because then we don't suffer any upkeep that we have to pay for them. So that's quite nice. Now, do we want to maybe try for... Oh, yeah, let's do this. So we'll charge over here. Oh, I skipped that dialogue, but that's okay. We will kill the adept here, or try to. Okay, we didn't, but we did pretty good damage. Oh yeah, this horseman can get in there and try for it. Try for the kill here. Perfect, okay. There's another adept down. We can go after the undead here with our sling attack. Actually wouldn't be so bad. Let's do that. Oh, we missed all of them. Wow. Not ideal. Now, our knights are, again, in kind of rough shape, so maybe we will... This guy can just go over and start capturing villages. There we go. I think what we'll do is we'll actually put our knights on, including Arvith. We'll put them on villages just to get some additional health back there. Okay. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape here, so let's end our turn. Let's see what comes at us now. We got some undead to fight. Outlaw going toe-to-toe with some zombies. Ooh, and there's a ghost. Yikes. Ghosts are a little scary, that's for sure. There we go. Okay, so we've got extra villages, so we're going to be rolling an additional gold income, hopefully. And we've got a chance for a kill here. Let's try it. We just got to hit once. Nice. There we go. Okay, perfect. So this spearman's getting pretty close to leveling up. One more kill, and he probably should get there. So that's really good for him. We'll try for the kill with this horseman, just because he's got a little bit more experience. So let's give it a shot. We missed. Nice, but he got it on the second try. And then our bowman can actually get in there and do some ranged attacks here. Nice, 2 big hits. That's really good. Then we can get in there with our... Let's do our sling attacks here. That way we're... Okay, I was going to say, a little bit less chance of us getting the kill, but less chance of us taking damage as well. So we'll try and get the finish here with this one. Oh, I was going to say, it looked like he dodged all 3, but we got him on the 3rd one. Now, let's move over this way. This ghost... Get in there with our horsemen and try and tie him down a bit and do some work. Fortunately, he's kind of got the advantage on us. Let's take a look at the ghost here. So, unfortunately, pretty high resistances to almost everything. So we're just going to have to kind of whittle him down with damage. I think we'll actually maybe let him come to us rather than going to him. That'll allow me to kind of then circle around him with my other units. So we'll do that. Then as for these two, I think we'll just keep them there to get a little bit more health back. Okay, not too bad there. Oh yeah, now they're in really good shape, so we can bring them back into the fight here. Actually, you know what? We can even get involved here with Arvith himself if we want and go after this knight. Or excuse me, we can use Arvith the knight to go after the ghost. You know what? Let's try it here. Let's see if we can... Nice. Okay, so that's pretty good damage. Very good. Excellent. Now let's see if we can get the kill with Arvith. And we'll try with our lance here. Let's see. Come on. Oh, jeez. Yikes. Oh, that was terrible. And he has all his health back. That's brutal. Oh. That did not go well for us there, that's for sure. I hope he doesn't kill Arvith. That would be really devastating for me, actually. Alright, well, let's just see what else we can find here if we keep pressing. Yeah, we can't get anybody else in there now. Ugh, using Arvith like that was actually pretty risky on my part. That was not Not necessarily a very wise choice. Send this horseman up just to scout a little bit. Outlaw can go up this way. Okay, here we go. We've got Rotherick, who I believe is Mordak's brother, based on the journal reading that we did earlier. So we'll send our units up just to scout. What did we see? Okay, we've got a skeleton here. So there he's summoning units, so we want to get in there and see if we can put a stop to that, hopefully. Okay. Now, hopefully Arvith doesn't get killed here. That would be devastating for me. It was stupid of me to commit him to that. Oh, he took some big damage, but thankfully he's okay. Or at least he's not dead, I should say. He's not really doing that well. We'll retreat him back because obviously we don't want to put him in any more danger than we already did with our kind of crazy antics there. We're going to move over like this and attack. Actually, maybe we should use our bowman. I mean, he's got a better chance of doing damage to us, but with the bow attack, at least, if he does hit me, he's not getting his health back, so we're going to do that. Ouch. Yeah, we're just going to have to keep trying to hope that we land a hit here. There we go. Okay, now let's bring our knight in. We just need one hit with our lance and we'll get the kill. Come on. Yes! Okay, perfect. God, I really don't like fighting those ghosts. We don't really have anybody to do magic damage, so it's really difficult. Now, these outlaws are actually really good for fighting against the skeletons, and that's because both our Morning Star and our sling attacks are impact damage, and skeletons, if I remember correctly, they are weak to impact damage and resistant to both blade and pierce. So our other units, like our spearmen here, are going to be less effective, but our outlaws are going to be kind of nicely situated to fight these skeletons and do some pretty good damage. So we'll step up and do our sling attack. Oh, and look at that. Just devastating amounts of damage there. That was perfect. And then we'll move kind of around this way. Again, we don't want to overcommit just yet. We're going to sort of group our units up a little bit. We also want to give ourselves time to maybe get some of our other units kind of in there. And we're going to end it there. Okay, so the skeleton kind of ran away, actually. Nice. A little bit of health there for Arvith. We'll maybe wait one more time. Again, because he's really not doing so well after that fight with that ghost. And then, yeah, our horsemen can kind of charge on in. Let's step up here and see if we can finish off the skeleton. Very nice. Okay. I was going to try and let the spearman get the kill, but I think we'll try and let the spearman get the kill on Rotherick. See if that levels him up. Move around this way. We're just going to kind of creep in on this. On this dark sorcerer. And we'll get our bowman going, and our other knight can move in as well. And that should do it. Oh, and he summoned a... Oh, and he came out to attack, and he killed my horseman. But he's now more vulnerable because he's not in the castle, so... Now we have a good shot at him. Let's see if we can put the hurt on him here a little bit. So we'll step up and we'll attack with our short sword because we do not want to take the magic damage. Very nice. Okay. Ooh, and unfortunately, we can't quite get all the way over because of this unit. So we'll step in with our horsemen here and see if we can... Ugh, that's not good. So maybe what we'll do is we'll just go after him with the Morning Star here. I'm scared. I don't want to lose this outlaw. That would be... I really didn't expect him to come out and attack me like that. I'm quite surprised by that, honestly. Okay, let's step up here and we'll throw some slings here. There we go. Excellent. Oh, I'm hesitant to try. All right, we'll throw a javelin. Nice, did a little bit of damage. Okay, we got to get our other units involved here. There we go. How's Arvith doing down there? Still healing. We'll let him heal a little more. Okay. I think that's going to about do it. I don't want to risk this attack because, quite frankly, he has a better chance of hitting me than I do of him. And he can inflict poison on me, so... Ouch. And there we are. We're poisoned. We survived, but we were poisoned, and now we only have 1 health with that horseman. Alright, we're going to send Arvith up now that he's healed up a little bit. Okay. Thankfully, though, we can get right in here, and we'll have higher defense since we're going to be sitting in the keep, whereas the Dark Sorcerer is not in the keep, so we actually have a good opportunity here to try and finish him off here, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we'll attack with our sword first. Nice, a little bit of damage. Oh, he did way more to me than I did to him. Our knight could step around here and... Oh, yeah. 1 good shot from that lance and he'll be basically dead. Let's see, we can put some more working on this ghoul. Let's do that with our sling. Very nice. This horseman's gonna need to heal up, that's for sure. And again, ideally, I would like to get a kill with this unit if possible, whether with the spear or with the javelin. Okay, we're gonna retreat back with this one. Again, he's not in good condition. We're gonna step up here. The only danger is if we get hit, we're gonna die. But I suppose what we could do is... Actually, maybe this is the better choice. We'll do this. Okay, great. Now he's in really, really low health. So now if we get a hit with this spear, we're going to get the kill and we'll hopefully evolve. Come on. Yes, there it is. Okay, very nice. So we have a swordsman, pikeman, or a javelineer. The javelineer is an end pathway because, again, when you see this purple experience versus the blue is usually telling you that the unit can still evolve into another form, whereas if it's purple, that's kind of like the end. So a javelineer is kind of like a hybrid class that has a ranged attack and a melee. Pikeman is a dedicated pierce damage, whereas swordsman is sort of dedicated blade. I think maybe I'll go swordsman since we did already have a pikeman. I think I'll go swordsman this time. Okay, that's fantastic. Also important here, when a unit evolves, it gets full health back. So important to note there if the unit's in really, really rough condition. So now let's bring the knight in and see if we can take down the sorcerer here. Actually, yeah, we're going to bring the knight in and see if he can do it. Try with our lance. Oh, come on. Yes, okay, 1 big hit. And then we might be able to get the kill here. Perfect. Your hand or Terax. Death is still death. Terak. Who or what is Terak? There's a key in his robes. It may be important. I best take it. Okay, so now we've got the key from his robes, so I'm assuming we're going to have to now explore the rest of this castle and find our brother. So we could still encounter some enemy units, so we have to be kind of careful here. Let's see. Okay, we'll end our turn there. We've pretty much moved everybody. So obviously we want to send this guy back to a village because he is not feeling so hot. He's poisoned and down to 1 health. Again, remember, poison cannot kill. It can bring you down to 1 health, but it can't actually kill a unit. But obviously it's extremely dangerous because it drains your health really quickly. I found Baran. He is in this cell. Okay, there he is. There's Baran. You must be one of Arvith's men. Please help me get out of this dungeon. The accursed dark sorcerer Rotherick has imprisoned me behind this magically enhanced iron gate. It can only be opened with the correct key. You must get it from him to free me. I have already met and killed the sorcerer. Is this the key to which you've referred? Yes, it is. Come unlock this cell door and let us depart this place, brother. Okay, so our victory condition has changed. Move Arvith to the cell with his brother to free him. So now we just have to get Arvith in there to open the cell door. So good thing, I guess, that we brought Arvith into the battle here, and rather than having him all the way back at the castle and having to wait for him to move all the way up here. All right, so yeah, we can just do that. In the meantime, I guess we can keep exploring. I don't know if that's really a good idea per se, as we might run into something we don't want. But I think we will just kind of distribute our units around here. We can bring our knight over just in case any funny business happens. It'd be good to have units kind of around here. So I think that's good. Let's just jump around to our units real quick. Yeah, we're good. End the turn there. Now we can keep moving Arvith. Move our one of our units in there just to do a bit of scouting. Someone must have died in the dungeon over here. Skeleton on the ground. Check out over here just to make sure. I don't know if maybe that's treasure or something. We should check this out. Might just be nothing, but could be worth checking out. Alright, we'll end our turn there. So there, these units didn't move, so they got a little bit of their health back. Let's check this out. Oh, okay, it was something. Look what I have found in here. I can count 50 pieces of gold. Okay, well, hey, I'm glad I did a little bit more exploring. Alright, so Arvith now can move over here. Thank you for saving me. I was not certain you would come. Have you no faith in your brother, Baran? It's not that. Perhaps I deserved to rot here. I failed you. I failed you again. That is as may be, but you are my brother still, and I never doubted you would have come for me. It was no great trial after all. A few elves, 1 or 2 dark sorcerers, a gang of orcs, and some undead. Really just a day's work for the company. Thank you for coming to my aid. Let us return to the village. Alright, well, that's victory here. We have emerged victorious. We had 160 gold remaining thanks to that big boost from finding that treasure. We finished, turns finished early 9. We did an early finish bonus, 9 per turn. Total bonus 81. Our total gold 241. We get a carryover percentage of 40, meaning that we get 96 bonus gold. And that means we will start the next scenario with 96 gold on top of the defined minimum starting gold. So, I mean, pretty good outcome for us there. It's a real shame that I lost that pikeman, though. That was a level 2 unit. And again, you never want to lose your evolved units. That was a real shame. But we thankfully were able to evolve another spearman into a swordsman. And we also evolved another footpad into an outlaw. So I think we now have 2 outlaws, a swordsman. We still have our knight. And we did get some other experience with some of our other units. Not to mention we got some experience with a number of our level 2 units as well. So all in all, not too bad. So I think that's going to do it for this one. I will save here. We're going to save. This one is completed. And that's going to do it for scenario 3. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one.